Hi everyone, this is Mimi here back with another video. I am here with my mom, Vanessa, my dad, and my brother. I'll show you them. Hi. Hi. Say hi. You even wanted to be in my video. Hi. But no, say hi. I'm here on a cruise. Don't know if you can see. We're going underwater. We're going underwater. Oh my gosh, I'm so...
It's lovely and toasty in here, isn't it? Hope all of you folks are having a good St. Patrick's Day weekend. Anyone watched the match yesterday? Fittingly for Paddy's Day, as we call it here in Ireland, we have a great united Irish rugby team, and well, they won the Six Nations, the RP Six Nations. So, woo! There you go. Now, middle of the River Liffey, here we are, and Neil is turning us around. So look to your left. Take a photograph if you like. That is
Thank
not
you.
only a beautiful view, it's very, very iconic.
Cool over here. Isn't it cool?
See the steeple of the church off in the distance to the left? That church sits on what was our main street in Dublin for over 750 years of our 1,000-year history. And in the foreground, that famous, very photographed little pedestrian bridge called the Haypenny. We called that the Haypenny for a very, very long time. We called it the Haypenny because I'm not sure. I'm kidding, of course. They brought it from Shropshire in England, where it was cast in 1816. It was black, had turnstiles on either end of it. And of course, not only did you have to pay half a penny to get over that little bridge, but until 1916, that was a toll for 100 years. Pity we didn't charge to walk over that now. 30,000 people walk over that little bridge every single day.
Oh, it's so cozy in here.
Wouldn't be Dublin without it. And if you walk over it, you'll see padlocks all over the bridge because over in Verona, Italy, a couple of years back, somebody started a new tradition of couples who are in love. They take a lock and a key to the bridge, carve their initials in the lock, profess their love for one another, put the lock onto the bridge, toss the key into the river, break up a week or two later. Now, it's Paddy's Day. You want to hear live Irish music. You want to see live Irish dancing. Arlington Hotel, right here with the flags, they have a show. They put a great show on in there called Celtic Nights every night. Starts at 8:30 in the evening. But the very good news is that if you'd like to go in there this afternoon, have a pint of Guinness, mention my name, you'll get in for free. Yes, Richard. Yeah, you'll get in for free. You're a team.
After guys, it's gonna be exciting because
Yes.
we're gonna be
So what
on
happened
an amusement
was,
park, which is
our main street was up there. What happened? The city's population swelled and the city spread this way. So in the 1700s, we laid out a new main street off to your left. It was called Sackville Street until 1922, when Ireland became a free state. And, well, it's named after Daniel O'Connell, who was a very important politician in the 19th century, obviously. Not only our main street, but our main bridge over our heads named after him. Built back in 1880. And I might add, the only bridge.
Are you taking a vlog? Are we twinning?
Also wider than long.
Vlogging?
By 5 meters. 45 long, but it's 50 meters wide, which would make it very strong when horses and carriages were going over it, of course, and not double-decker buses and lorries. To make it last another 100 years, we really need to take the traffic off. And how do you do that? You just build yet another bridge. You know the Vikings, the Danish Vikings here, over 1,000 years ago, they built the first bridge over the river. About 1,300 years ago, to be honest. 2014, we're still building them. We're going to run out of river space soon, I think. But just here, this is really exciting for us. On the 20th of May, we're going to have the grand opening of the Rosie Hackett Bridge. 24 bridges we'll have. And if you've had a chance to see the tram in Dublin, the Lewis, that's Irish for speed, we only have a tram service on either side of the river with nothing connecting the two. Well, that bridge is going to remedy all of that. It's going to pass over, connecting the entire network.
Wait.
Now, about a week ago was International Women's Day. So I was commenting on my tours how, after 1,000 years and nearly 24 bridges, when that new one opens up behind you, at least we shall have one bridge, named after a female and an Irish woman. So, outside. Sisters. My personal vote, you see, in Ireland we have a Prime Minister that's called a Taoiseach, and we have a President, which is a figurehead, and two of the best presidents Ireland ever had were women. Mary Robinson and the United Nations, Mary McAleese as well. So either of those ladies would have my vote. By the way, for any of you visiting Taoiseach, that's another Irish word. It means thief. Sorry, no, chief. Chief? Yeah. Although most. You want to go to a fun fair? A little bit of a carnival. There are carnivals all over the city until tomorrow night. So here's obviously one of them. And it sits in front of a beautiful building called the Customs. Opened in 1792. Collects a lot of taxes.
Can't go down. I can't go down.
The city of Ireland. So it's here for Paddy's Day. How Irish can you get? But a ride called the Super Bowl. Now, with that, I'm being sarcastic, but with that being said, you know the way that we celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Ireland, it's a very new thing. Only the last 20 to 30 years, you know, with the funny hats and wearing the green and the drinking green beer. It comes from North America, Canada, and America. Back in the early 1800s, there were so many immigrants, so many Irish went to those countries, they helped to build America and Canada. So how did it start? Their bosses. When you worked on the railway or you worked building construction, there weren't any unions. So it started by the bosses. The Irish wanted to have a religious observance on the 17th of March. And they weren't allowed to take the day off. So to put a little bit of, how do I say, to sweeten up the pot, as we say, the bosses would give them free beer after the workday. And that is how it started. The rest of it just catapulted, grew larger and larger and larger. Traditionally in Ireland, you would have a small scale. You'd go to a church service perhaps in the morning, and that would be followed by a parade, probably followed by the public announcement. It's appropriate placement and timing. I was speaking about mass immigration from Ireland to North America, of course, Australia and New Zealand as well. But I want you to look off to your left, and I want you to picture it's 1848. We're at the height of the famine caused by a blight on the potato in Ireland, and 200 people are boarding a ship right here. And to commemorate that, in 1997, these sculptures to your left were unveiled for the first time by a Dublin man, Rowan Gillespie. Obviously talented, they speak for themselves. So where were those 200 plus people bound for in 1848? It wasn't Liverpool, New York, Boston, or Sydney. It was Toronto, Ontario, Canada, called York in the 19th century. And in fact, the Irish doubled Toronto's population from the spring to the autumn of 1848. So 10 years after these were unveiled, Mr. Gillespie and the new president, Mary McAleese, they were in Toronto.
You guys should stay tuned to my channel because we're going to be going to the amusement park. Yes.
Very
I'm running out of
joyful body. Now, you see this great